All right, Saturday night, UFC on ESPN 4 in San Antonio, the main event. It's a big one in the welterweight division. You got the former champ, Rafael Dos Anjos, now up in weight, of course, and he's facing Leon Edwards. A big, perhaps, breakout moment for Leon, who's been hovering around that top of the division for a while. Give me an idea, Dan Tom. What do you think about this fight? Are you excited about it? What's at stake?
You know, interesting fight. Odds makers initially favoring Edwards here, like you said, John, quietly hovering around the division, 7-fight win streak, whereas Dos Anjos, of course, the former lightweight champion, now at welterweight, doing a dang good job. I really like this matchup. You know they can't bring a card to Texas, John, without having a gunfight.
That's right.
So they threw it right at the top of the card. Why not?
Got to do it right in my home state. All right, well, let's talk about it. As you started breaking this down, you started looking at it. I mean, Dos Anjos has the more proven track record, of course, but Edwards, I think, has quietly put together quite an impressive resume. So what were your key factors in looking at this fight? You
know, quietly put together impressive resume, Edwards did, but impressive skill set as well. This guy can do it all, you know. Don't write the Brits off for just being able to strike and maybe the occasional jiu-jitsu move. This guy can wrestle. He can wrestle with really good jiu-jitsu players, get on top of them, and smash them from topside. I'd imagine Leon Edwards might want to do that here. He is bigger than RDA. RDA has had trouble against wrestlers in the past, but as we saw against Kevin Lee, that experience against those wrestlers, that experience in general, really provided him with enough to win that fight, pull it out in the fourth round, and to portend my pick a bit, I could kind of see a similar situation happening here, John.
All right, well, let's put your feet to the fire. As RDA, I think, gets kind of doubted a little bit too. I think sometimes his accomplishments are minimized. So does he prove to everyone that he is a top contender still, or is this the breakout moment for Edwards?
I think they both are going to prove they're top contenders. It's a southpaw versus southpaw matchup. RDA 5-2 against southpaws, whereas Edwards is 2-1. So if you get lost in the minutia there, it could be real easy to get lost in the whole entire forest. It came down to pace for me, John, and that's why I'm actually going to side with RDA. As we saw, his pace is really live. Not just the fourth round against Kevin Lee, even in the fourth rounds of fights where he was losing, being dominated against Colby Covington, being able to get Covington down and actually win that round on judges' scorecards. Whereas Edwards, he's only been 5-round once, and we saw him lose those 2 rounds against Donald Cerrone toward the end. We've seen him, get late finishes, but he's also taking a lot of heavy breaths, and I don't think he's faced as much of a fast-paced fighter as RDA, so I think RDA pulls away late.
Interesting. All right, well, you heard it. Dan Tom leaning towards RDA. If you want to see the full report, check out the written version there. You got all the details, everything that he worked to get this conclusion, and just keep it on MMA Junkie all week for coverage from San Antonio.